Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here, and today we're looking at Wildcats Sourcebook number...
FitzTroytv Comic book art critiques. Snarky, sarcastic ways, representing geeky gaze. Sadie's comics rule the day. Hurry up and turn that page. Michael FitzTroy.
I think I did number 1, and the fun thing about this book is I already know. I didn't even open it up. I found it like in the 50-cent bin the other day, and I probably have it in Ohio, but I just love some of the art in here so much that I had to pick it up. I didn't even open it because I kind of want to be surprised with you guys. It's Wildcats, Jim Lee's image creation. And I know it's going to be an artist jam. I think this is Jeff Matsuda drawing the cover. If you guys remember him, he's a totally fun artist. Went on to do like Batman, one of the Batman cartoons, like Batman Strikes, I think. And I was super excited to open this and see the first page from my buddy Jason Pearson. I love Jason Pearson's art so much. It is so good. It just has always resonated with me. He has such a beautiful style. Sometimes he leans into the cartoony aspect a lot more, but so he's got sort of manga cartoonish vibes, but it's also, I mean, if you've read Body Bags, that's pretty gory and bloody and violent, so it's not like it's cartoony in a way that it's meant for children. As you can see, Voodoo like sinking into her huge cleavage here. But anyway, I just always thought he had a fun style. I love this point in his career. He's one of those artists who kind of evolves as time goes. And then we have this by Jay Lee, which this is very interesting. This is sort of like, I feel like this must be his in-between phase, because we know how like elegant and streamlined his art had become. When he first started out, he was definitely more like Bill Sienkiewicz or Simon Bisley with just like big, explosive, like scratchy looking art or whatever, but that's very cool. I love that. Paul Pelletier, oh gosh, I don't think I've ever tried to say his name out loud before. Paul Pelletier, I mean, it's French or whatever. Forgive me, I know someone's gonna correct me on the frickin' pronunciation. Pelletier, like it shouldn't be that hard, right? Anyway, J.R., who is that? Paul Pelletier, Jeff Rebner, sounds familiar. Dan Norton, I've always appreciated his art. I feel like he went on to draw like, what was that book with Gail Simone? Welcome to Tranquility, maybe? A little more cartoony style as he went along, but I really liked his style. Norton, Fern, don't know him. Ryan Benjamin. It's good. Kind of like definitely coming from the Jim Lee house style here, because this is kind of reminding me of like early Travis Charest, who's also an amazing artist. Roger Cruz. This is interesting because this must be some very early Roger Cruz work, because he very quickly turned into like, or maybe it's post, I don't know, but he's always been like sort of a Joe Madureira clone, and but I mean his own artist, of course, but that doesn't really look like, this looks more like a Wildstorm Jim Lee sort of house style than Joe Mad. So I'm curious to know what came first, the chicken or the egg. Mr. White, who are these people? Lord Defile, Tom Rainey. I love Tom Rainey's art. He's had an evolution as an artist. What book did he draw that I liked so much? I feel like it was one of the X books, but something written by Judd Winnick. Maybe it was The Exiles, I'm not sure. But he has such a distinct style. And then, of course, Mr. White. I knew instantly that this is Tony Harris. I love Tony Harris's art. He used to draw Starman, and he did a series called Obergeist, and he's just a cool artist. I feel like there's not a lot of other artists like him, so he's definitely an artist to check out if you're not familiar with his work. Terry Dodson, the great Terry Dodson. It's kind of fun. He is so all over the place. I feel like he's like a machine. I feel like he just must be chained to his art desk the way he does work on, the X books for a long time. He did Wonder Woman, and he still manages to do like more indie books and things like that. But he's always had such a beautiful style. He always works with his wife, Rachel. Now she's his anchor. So it's fun to see Carl Kessel inking him here, who's such a great anchor, of course. Devin, who is this by? Gary Frank. I would have not guessed that. But now that I know, I can definitely see Gary Frank's art in there. I always thought he had sort of like an understated style. Like even his action just looks a little posed to me, and I don't mean that like as an insult. It just seems a little less kinetic than some other artists. Soma, who is that? That is giving me Bobby Rublo. I guess not everybody, is still around working in comics or made a name for themselves per se. Brett Booth, he definitely made a name for himself. And I'm so happy that this is here, because if you watch enough of my videos to know that every time I do an image book, especially from the 90s, I always say, and this is the point in an image book where we have to turn the book sideways, because it's always going to happen in the image comics from the 90s. It's just going to happen, which is great because it's, giving you big art, and the bigger the art, the more art, the better. I love comic book art. I live for it. So, gosh, if I didn't know better, I would say this is Liam Sharp, but Hunter Killers, nope, Jeff Rebner. Interesting, very much Liam Sharp vibes there. Blood Moon. Wow, Andy Smith. I love Andy Smith. He's like Bart Sears' cohort. It's funny, you would think Rob Liefeld had the market on blood names, but I guess, I was going to say, until I uncovered his signature, if this isn't Kelly Jones, nobody is. Wow, I have to say there's a lot of great art in here that is kind of unexpected. I'm glad that they didn't just use Image or Wildstorm house artists. They also used a bunch of like major talent from the industry. So that is freaking cool. Now the boring, like, technical stuff. But I guess it's not boring if you're into that. Joe Phillips, the great Joe Phillips. That is so cool. He's well, maybe not so much anymore, but he was really known for his Joe Boys, which were all over the place. Bud Light ads, calendars, stickers, shirts, all over the scene in the gay community as far as in advertising and stuff. And so it's fun to see him draw superheroes. I would love to see him draw superheroes in his Joe Boy style. Hopefully that'll happen one day, but I still like his traditional superhero style as well. It's kind of cool that he can do both. And here's a graph for the cover, the kind of insane cover with all this detail. That must have taken a hot minute, right? All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I super appreciate it. Hit like, subscribe, share my content, and I'll bring you some more soon. All right. Thanks, guys.